Hey guys, it's just me, Stace. I am back again today with another Whatever Wednesday. For today's video, I want to share with you my design team project for Maymay Made It. Today we're making a really cute box. There's a top and the sides. Open it up and you can fill it with treats or trinkets, and it's pretty easy to make as well. Alright, so the first thing you need is a piece of cardstock for the bottom. This is 7 3/16 by 7 3/16. Then we have a piece of cardstock for the top. I chose red. This is 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. You'll need 2 pieces of white cardstock. They both measure 3 by 3. And then 4 pieces that measure 3 inches by 1 1/4. You'll also need a piece of scrap cardstock for your bottom and a scrap piece of white. So the first thing we're going to do is bring our bottom piece in. I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper. And the stamp set we are using is called Fond Noel. We'll be using the greeting, the pine needles here, and also these 3 pine cones. I'm going to take all 3 of those off. We're going to put them on our block. And you want to put them on there so they're not all going the same direction. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'm going to bring in my brown ink. I'm using Tip Top Taupe from Stampin' Up. It does not match my cardstock, and I'm okay with that. So ink them up really well. And we're going to go ahead and stamp just on the 4 sides, about 2 inches or so in. And you want to stamp before we do our scoring. Otherwise, if we stamp over the score mark, it'll make the stamp not even. I normally do all this ahead of time to save you guys time from watching me do this, but I thought today we'll make the entire box start to finish together. So keep on going. You want to make sure you're rotating your stamp as you go so you're not creating a pattern where the pine cones are going in all different directions. If you want to, you can stamp the entire thing, but nobody really looks at the bottom of boxes, right? Just keep on inking. Rotate that stamp. I'm choosing to make this box a Christmas one, but it's a really fun little box. It's 3 by 3, great for really anything. If you want to eliminate this part of the stamping, you can always use a pattern cardstock. Okay, just about done. One more side to go. Oop, I missed that one. That's okay. Alright, I think we're pretty good there. I'm going to go ahead and set that one aside. And I'm going to bring in your 3 by 3 piece of white and do the same thing. This is for the top. I'm going to start in the middle. And I'll work my way around the sides. Okay, I think that one looks pretty good. We're done with the brown. Now we're going to bring in our other white pieces, the 3 by 3 and the 4 that are 3 inches by 1 1/4. And I'm going to be using a green ink. This is Mossy Meadow from Stampin' Up. And we're going to grab them 3 pine needles at the very top right there. Again, all 3 of them. And the same idea, we're going to put them on our block where they're all going different directions. Alright. And again, we're going to ink it up in the green. I'm going to start in the middle. And just stamp all the way around it. This part is for the inside, so if you want to eliminate this part, you don't need to stamp this one. But I like having that finished look on the inside of the box as well. Alright, maybe one right there. Alright, set that one aside and do the same thing for our smaller pieces. There's one. And I'm stamping them in the middle first. This way I can just rotate them and do the sides. Okay, we are done with that one. I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. Let's grab our greeting. And we're using Fond Christmas Greetings. We're going to put that down, put it on our block. We're stamping that in a green color on that scrap piece of white we had. Alright, we can set that piece aside. We are done with our stamping. Going to move all them out of the way. and these pieces as well. Now we want to do our scoring. I'm going to bring in my trimmer. And we're going to start with the 1 for the bottom. And we're going to score this at 2 inches on all 4 sides. So put it in there and mark it at 2. Make sure you're straight. Score. So I really do like this box because you don't need anything special to make it, just a trimmer, you know. So I love that. Alright, so our bottom is all scored, and again that was 7 3/16 by 7 3/16, scored it at 2 inches all the way around. Our top for the red, this is 6 1/4 by 6 1/4, and we're going to score this one at 1 1/2 on all 4 sides as well. So 1 1/2. And our last one right here at 1 1/2. Okay, we can set all that aside. Now we're just going to take our bone folder, fold on the creases, and then give it a rub. Same for the top. Alright, now we're going to take our scissors and go ahead and cut on the score mark. I'm going to flip it this way. We're going to cut on that score mark, and then on the tab piece here, the corner, go in on an angle toward the center, and then on the edge as well. Okay, so we'll create that little look. Do the same on all of them. Again, I'm going to cut toward that one, and then on the end. Same thing on this side. So you're doing two opposite sides. Cut on the score mark, then cut on the tab toward the score mark, and then cut on the end. I find by doing this, it makes the box go together a little bit easier, and there's not so much bulk when you fold the box up. Okay, and let's grab this one. Alright, so the lid is done. Let's do the same thing for the bottom. So again, we're going to cut on that score mark, on the tab toward it. It doesn't need to be straight. Nobody will see it. But this is a good size box. It is 3 inches wide, so if you want to, you can make, you know, rather than putting treats in it, you can put a set of note cards in there with little envelopes. And again, on the score mark. So the video today might be a tad bit long, but I thought I'll do the entire project with you versus having it almost or pre-assembled first. So you can see literally start to finish on how long it takes to make a really fun box. Alright, so we are done with all that. Let's go ahead and scooch all them scraps out of the way. And now we're going to work on our lid. I'm using art glitter glue. I get this from Maymay.com, and we're going to be putting our sides on here. Okay, put that side on. I love the red and green together. But again, you can make this for any occasion. You know, you can put birthday hats on it for a birthday box. Leave it plain. You can also stamp on the cardstock itself to give you a different pattern. I love making boxes though. They're great for so many things, even for storage, you know. All right, our last piece here. Alrighty, that one is done. I have ink on my finger. All right, now we're going to take that brown one for the top. Oop, now I got glue on my finger. Alrighty, and line that one up in the middle. Perfect. Alright, we're going to set that one aside. Take our glue on our tabs. You want to make sure you go close to that score mark on the edge. And then form it around to form your box. Okay, the same on all 4 of the tabs. Make sure you put the glue close to that folded edge there. Again, lining it up, give it a pinch. I'm going to fold that piece out so it's out of my way and put glue on these edges. You don't need a whole lot of glue either. Alright, I'm going to put them forward. I'm going to do one side at a time. Make sure I'm lined up. And grab this one. I got glue on the edge. Good thing the glue dries clear. Alright, so the top of our box is done. Now we're going to do the same thing for the bottom. So again, you want to put your glue close to that square mark or the fold. And bring it around. Now another option, if you want to, you can make just the bottom of the box and don't stamp on it, you know, and just cut your paper to fit the sides and just have it be an open, like an open box. You know, you can put treats in there with a baggie and tie it up. Put glue on this tab over here as well. Alright, then bring this side in. I'm going to grab one side first. Pinch it, and then the other one. Okay, so there's the bottom. Take our piece for the inside. Again, this one was optional. I just like finishing off the inside of the box. I'm going to plop that in there. I'm going to hold it up to face me so I can kind of get it lined up. And then just press it down. Alright, so there's our box. Pretty simple, right? Put that in there. Oh, there we go. Alright, now we have this piece over here. I want to create the tag. I'm using a 2 inches by 1 3/8 inch scallop circle punch. I'm going to punch that out. Alright, I'm going to punch 2 of them out on that scrap piece of the same color for the bottom as well. So there's 1 and there's 2. Alright, now for my greeting piece, I'm going to bring in some tape. I'm using sticky strip. You can of course use your ATG gun, but mine is empty. And believe it or not, I don't know how to load that thing. Isn't that funny? I have to have the hubby do it every time. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and rub them. But again, your ATG tape here is fine. Alright, take the backing off. That's usually always the hardest part for me. I do find that if you rub it with your bone folder, it does come off easier. Alright, now all we're going to do is line this up with this one. I don't have a punch bigger than this one, so I just want to bring in some of that brown. Just like that. Again, it does not need to be perfect. Just to kind of shadow that white a little bit. Oops, need to put more glue on there. Alright. Okay, so that piece will look like that. Okay. Alright, now we're going to go back in with our tape. And again, here you can use your ATG gun if you want to. Alright, again, give that a rub. We're going to take the backing off and we're going to add some twine to this piece here. Okay, so I just have regular old hemp cord, and I took a green marker. It's the same color, the mossy metal that I used for the pine needles here, and I went ahead and made my own color twine. Let me bring in a piece of white so you can see it. Just by taking the marker and just going with dots. I'm going to take it and go about 4 finger widths. And again, you don't need to be exact here. Alright, I'm going to take it off my finger and just kind of plop it on here. And I want it extending past this piece here. Okay, and you're happy with the way that looks, go ahead and trim it if you need to. I think we're going to leave it alone. Alright, now we're going to take some foam squares, put them on here. Whoop. And I'm going to use probably 5. So I have on the corners and then one in the middle. I'm going to give them a squish and then take the backing off. On my original box, you can see here, I just had the regular hemp cord there, and I thought I needed something like a little bit of color up there, so I thought I'll go ahead and use it with my marker. Great trick if you have just white baker's twine, you can make your own. Alright, then we're going to go ahead and plop that on the top. Isn't that simple and so cute? I love the way that green kind of pokes through. And again, you can fill it with, you know, treats or trinkets, whatever you like. But really easy. Alright guys, there you have it. My design team project for Maymay Made It. Any questions at all, please let me know. As always, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.